Poetic soliloquy. I just want to speak my mind. Speak my mind. As if that were possible.
Hey, what up, everybody? Y'all caught me just glaring at my beautiful wife. She just looking fine, modeling some new fits for her, brother. Such glory, such glory. What up, everybody? I know it's been a while. I was down with the cocoa for a minute. COVID kicked my behind for a minute. But I had the shoulder injury too, so it's like I had a double whammy. So the shows kind of slowed down, but we right back at them, and apparently right back in time because there's some craziness going on out here, man. By craziness, basically talking about how everybody's sick, man. I'm like, the majority of the people I know are actually sick or got the sniffles. Like, a lot of the people I know, like they actually got COVID or cocoa. You know, a lot of other people they tested negative, but like everybody got like these little sniffles and all this. And as far as the cocoa going crazy. The cocoa a little bit everywhere. So it's what's going on, man. Like, why is everybody sick? And with the cocoa, it's the Marion variant. That's what we're gonna use, so we don't get flagged and banned. But no, we gonna say like the Omicron variant. It almost seemed like what it did is almost physically impossible. Basically within a couple weeks, according to their storyline or whatever, people's storyline of how it went. It basically went from like South Africa to like all over the world, all over the United States within a couple weeks. Like it's everywhere. It's been a big crazy panic. The stock market and pretty much crashed or crashing. It's been down for a while. Ever since the new variant came out, it's been down and it's still been going down. It's certain stocks has been going up. Mostly like medical stuff, but it's real out here. It's everywhere. Like, and it's something else out here. Whether it's the common cold or something else, but like people just got the sniffles. Maybe like the regular sniffles, and they testing negative, but it's a lot of people that's getting that cocoa. And the trend I've been seeing is it's a lot of vaccinated people that's catching it. Like most of the people that I've seen on my timeline that have got it within this recent weeks, they all been vaccinated. Like every single one. I think it's like one or two I've seen a day that aren't vaxxed or whatever. But for the most part, I've been seeing a lot of people with the jab. They got the cocoa right now, and it's everywhere. I mean, like my timeline filled with it. Like everybody and their mama on here talking about they got it, and then like all the other people who talking about they ain't got it, they talking about they ain't feeling well. Some of the people I know personally, have been going through some sniffles. Like it's just sure I was going through some sniffles and all that. But I've been recovering from the cocoa. I really sort of had them since I've had it. Just like my breathing goes up and down. Like it's just like it stuck around with me for a minute, but for the most part, I'm good. But it's a lot of people just got symptoms, and it's just like, what is it? It seems like the whole United States sick right now. It's even becoming a meme, it's becoming a meme on social media about how many people are sick, and it's insanity. It make you wonder, like, how could it spread that fast? Because to me, honestly, like, if you just think physically, that's almost impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody got it over in South Africa and sneezed on or coughed on a couple of folks, and it then spread all over the United States in a couple of weeks, and all these other countries and all that. I don't know. That just seemed weird to me. Like, could have happened, could not have happened, but that's another thing to question to me, because it seems like the only thing that can spread that fast is like you would have to put that airborne on a mass like level. You know what I'm saying? Like, that had to be some intentional stuff. Like, you talking about people from different cultures, different ethnic backgrounds, people that will never have contact with each other ever, having the same virus. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's almost to the point where it's like it's not a contact thing. If it's a contact thing, or it's there's no way it would spread from South Africa to over here in Cleveland, Ohio, and be the dominant strand within a couple weeks. That's just, I'm sorry, like, you can't piss on my head and call it rain. Like, it is what it is. There's no way, like there's not that much contact. There are people, like, going around for the holidays and all that, but there's still a lot of spread for, everybody ain't traveling. People still got masks on and all that. That's why I'm like, it's just questionable. I don't even think I'm gonna put it online of what I think it is, but because they might ban me, block me, flag me. Sure, I'm about to sure, I'm trying to ease my way up out of Facebook and all them anyway. Sure, I see everybody starting to bring up new social media platforms, which might be the best bet at this point, because they censoring everything, and it's like you can't say simple, you can't question simple stuff, without being flagged, or having that little COVID thing at the bottom of your post. Even like, you look up Dr. Sebi, they got most of his posts flagged as false information, which is insane. He beat the court case, got famous, and other people are proving that what he did works right now. It's people that have cured they parents diabetes and stuff to that effect, and now they just putting it out as false information ever since this pandemic hit. Because it's a lot of people that are like flat out telling you, like, you need to be more healthy, you need to eat better, you need to take better care of your life. And you know how it is. People are resistant to that. People are very resistant to that. People want a power pill to cure everything. People want a shot to knock everything away, and then go right back to their regular lives, of not taking care of themselves. But it's like, okay, you may have got the jab and you may be protected from certain strands of this cocoa, but then you getting heart disease because you eating bad. You got high cholesterol, so your body took you out another way. It's you have to take care of your body. Statistically, heart disease is at an all-time high. Like heart disease and unexplained deaths, like they have it's been a very recent spike in it. And I ain't gonna tell you like since what happened. Well, I am gonna tell you. Man, I'm gonna get in trouble. But honestly, since they start doing that jab, it's like unexplained deaths have like skyrocketed. Like that ain't my word. You can go look up the statistics yourself. It's .gov for every statistic. Go to the census website. Is ever since they've been like pushing these jabs and stuff more, it's a lot more statistics coming out that unexplained deaths have been skyrocketing. Heart disease has been skyrocketing, and I believe because people, it could either be a reaction from what people are doing, what they sticking into themselves, or it could be a reaction to people thinking that they're immune, and they just eating how they want to eat. And we're more isolated nowadays. So us being more isolated, is real easy to get caught in a funk to where you're just eating and you're just chilling all the time. I got caught in it myself. Shit, I got gained a lot of weight. I'm on the other end of that now. I'm losing weight now, but it's real easy to get caught in that funk when you're more isolated. And right now, more isolated than ever because, like I said, everybody's sick. My timeline for the last 2 weeks, that's all that's been on it. And it's everybody on there talking about they have, either they have COVID or they have, just some unexplained sickness. They're testing negative, but it's widespread. And I would say, you just gotta be more careful. Make sure you're wearing masks. I know some people, it's some disagreements and agreements about the mask. Some people say it don't protect anything, but me, honestly, I think common sense is that a barrier is gonna prevent something, something from it. It might not stop every piece of spittle or virus or whatever from coming out you, but common sense says that a barrier is going to stop it somewhat. So I think that will kind of put a little bit of protection on you. And you got to build your body up. You have to build your immune system up. You have to watch what doctors are giving you, because a lot of doctors are giving people steroids, and like painkillers like ibuprofen, which the way they work, they suppress your immune system, and that's how they work to ease the pain, because it stops the swelling, and swelling is part of your immune system. Swelling is a reaction to your body saying something ain't right in your body, whether a joint is misplaced, or you've eaten something wrong, and your body's swelling up, you get your sinuses swelling up, your body basically like, hey, chill, whatever the fuck you was doing, or something that got into you that I need to get out of you. So now I gotta sweat it out of you. I gotta, use this sweating to get it out of you. Believe it or not, like fevers and all that, that's your body fighting something. It might not feel good, but that's your body fighting something, and it doesn't feel good at all. Cause even me, like when I had the COVID, I was trying to suppress that fever, but ideally you're not supposed to suppress your fever. You just gotta kind of stay on your health. You know what I'm saying? Like do it physically, like with ice and stuff like that. But like using substances to suppress your fever can kind of like stop your body from actually fighting what it's supposed to be fighting. So it's like it's a real balance. Like, because I know I was going through a lot of pain with when I had it, especially like since my shoulders messed up, so I had extra pain going on. It's like you want to pop anything coming. You just want relief for real, but you don't want to suppress your immune system while you're going through COVID. Like that's the last thing you want to do, and that will like tear you up. Like it tore me up. I was actually had a shot, a cortisone shot, because of my injury, I was in extreme pain, and we're trying to get it healed. I was skeptical about it because I really don't trust hospitals. I'm just put it out there. You know, like because I think a lot of hospitals they're basically like how movies are now. They're sponsorships. They're owned by like Pfizer and Johnson, the same people giving you the jabs, like they're owned by it. So of course, the promotions are going to be like, do this, if that's what Johnson and Pfizer want you to do, like whether it's good or bad for you, that's just is what it is. They own the hospital, so whatever they want is what's going to be pushed in the hospitals. You've seen it if you've been in the hospital, like the little boxes with the medicine and the little the boxes with the supplies for the doctor. How they have ads on them. They have uh, prescription drug ads on them, like the gloves and shit, stuff like that. And on the walls and all throughout the hospital, you see ads for prescription drugs. That's because that's who owns it. So you have to kind of like take what doctors say for some things, at your own risk, because they are a little biased, with the drugs. That's why a lot of doctors, they're gonna push a lot of drugs on you, and drugs aren't always the way to go. Like if we needed drugs to survive, we wouldn't have made it this far, as people, as a human race. We haven't always had drugs. What we've always had were plants, healing herbs, uh, good food, fruits, good veggies, and that kept, our ancestors knew what to pile up on when you were sick. Us, we just drug up. We just drug up and suppress our systems until our body finds some way to fight out of it. Instead of going the natural way about it. And even right now, they're like fighting to like suppress the natural way of building your body up. So be aware of that. And censorship is at a level that is like probably like Nazi Germany type censorship for real. Like, it's not on the physical tip. It's more on the you get banned on a societal level. Social media, like your pages will get blocked. They'll do blind blocks, like where you're not really blocked, but your stuff isn't showing up because like you putting out information they don't want everybody to see. Shoot, you don't believe me, just type anything about the virus or anything about it, and you're gonna see it's gonna be a precursor to anything you search. Like you're not just going to be able to flat out just search it. There's going to be a precursor to your search, and they're going to let you know you're going to get tagged and you're going to get flagged. Because they basically like, hey, what you searching this for? So you're going to have that headline is like, hey, according to the CDC, this and this and this and that and that and that and this and this and this. Stay away from false information and people giving out all this other information. And they mainly talking about people who are fighting it an alternative way other than the way that the government is fighting it, which is not working. There's nobody on this planet that can say it's working. Like people are becoming assholes about this jab, but the jab hasn't changed anything. Actually, since the jab has been going on and since it's been rising, the virus has been rising. Now it's out of control. Like this new variant took over the world within a couple weeks. Like, but what else has taken over the world in a couple weeks, couple months? The jab. That's the only thing that has changed. The only thing that has been different since these last 2 years, these last 2-3 years. That's the only thing that's different. And you can't ignore like stuff that coincides with each other, like stuff that has a parallel with each other. Like if two things are rising at the same time, scientifically, you have to see if they correlate. You can't just be like, oh no, that's just rising and that's just rising. They rising at the same time, but they can't have nothing to do with each other because the government said they don't have nothing to do with each other. Like, No, like that's not my opinion. Those are two things that are rising at the same time, and for some reason they're like promoting it like it's the unvaccinated people's fault. But it's like a lot of people who are, you have different sections of people who aren't vaccinated. There's not one bundle. Like there's different people who aren't getting the jab for different reasons. Like some people it's religious reasons. Some people it's scientific reasons that is like, okay, you haven't proven that this is effective. Like you're just saying it's effective. Like you just saying it doesn't change the fact that it's out of control right now. And that, you know, if you look at your own timeline, you can't ignore that. You can't ignore your own timeline. They might keep saying it's the unvaccinated people, but if you look at your own timeline, I don't give a fuck who you are. I promise your timeline is filled with vaccinated people who have it right now, who have it right now at this moment, or who are just getting over it, or who are about to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and right now they're telling you got to get boosted up again. So when do the boosters stop? Like, how many boosters are you gonna get? Like, will like the 12th booster mess with the third booster? That's stuff that you don't know, and you can't seriously look anybody in the eye and be like, no, it won't happen. Like, you can't do that. But what we can say is that there are side effects to that shit. There are other things that are rising at the same time that the number of jabs are rising right now. Such things as heart disease, such things as unexplained deaths, such things as like heart enlargement. It's like the same things that are going up, and it's piled up, which means you can't just ignore it. At first, like they just trying to put it like people are just quacks, you know, medical quacks, but people are saying like, no, there's more and more of these cases, and it's like they're acting like it doesn't exist. Like now on some sites, at least on at some hospital websites, they do explain it down at the bottom, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna stop you from getting this. This ain't gonna prevent you from getting COVID or making COVID do what it do. It's just like it gives you a chance that it won't do that to you. And a lot of people took it as it'll give you immunity to it, and that's why people are out here just acting like they're immune, and they're spreading it everywhere. They're spreading it everywhere, and it like the stats are out there. The people who are like the people who are out here in the public are mainly the vaccinated people, because the unvaccinated people can't even get in most of these spots. They can't even get in a lot of these concerts and a lot of these games. You know what I'm saying? Like without getting extensive testing and all that. It's the unvaccinated people who are getting free reign in most of the public spots. You can't ignore that. You can't ignore them facts being put together one by one. So 1+1 = 2. A lot of people trying to ignore it, but you just can't. It is what it is. The unvaccinated people are basically like how some of them movies that we watch, like some of them doomsday movies, like where the people they got all the spikes and stuff on their clothes, the leather and spikes, and they went crazy because they living in poverty. You know what I'm saying? Shoot the rich people up in their towers and all this. And, you know, it's basically like the vaccinated people in their towers. They able to enjoy all the events and all this, but it's getting spread at all these events. So who is spreading it? It's not the unvaccinated people in there. You can't ignore that. And it's like people just are. That's what's going on. And that's my opinion on what's going on. Because I'm not gonna put it out there how the government trying to put it out there to you. The government trying to tell you like this is what it is, by trying to make you ignore what's going out here right in front of you, what's going on right next to you, how all these vaccinated people are sick. You know what I'm saying? How a lot of people are just sick. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just sniffled up, got the sniffles. A lot of people tired. They got the symptoms of the Marion variant, but they don't have it. It's not coming up on any test. You know what I'm saying? So is it something else in the air that's spreading around that they ain't even looking for? You know what I'm saying? It could be. You know what I'm saying? Is it Is it the jab getting people sick, making them spread like something else? Could be. We can't say it's not. Anybody that say that it can't be that, you lying. You know what I'm saying? You lying to yourself and you lying to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna lie to myself. Shoot, I don't lie to myself to say that the fact that the jab could work. It could be what they say it is, but looking around, like just thinking about reality, like that fact that the most people that are in public right now are the people with the jab, the people that are at these massive events where you got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people together. They're not letting unvaccinated people in without getting tested. So they're not spreading it. How could you spread it if you just got tested? You just got tested, as negative. How could you spread it? But if you got this jab that suppresses your symptoms and you don't got to get tested in many places because all you got to do is show your card, but you don't got the symptoms because this thing to suppress your symptoms, who's spreading it? Who's spreading it everywhere? But who's getting the blame for it? We just got to be real, man. Be real with ourselves. Be real with each other, man. Don't ignore what's going on around us. Like I'm not talking any conspiracies. Like we can go into some conspiracies and all that, but I'm talking about what's going on right in front of us right now. The fact that it's spreading like more than it's ever it's like at an all-time high right now. But it's not the only thing that's at an all-time high, because it's like the more people are getting this jab, the more it's spreading everywhere. And I've even seen it with people that they think that they're immune once they get the jab. Like they got a little cockiness to them. And it's like, bro, man, y'all gonna get a lot of people sick. Like, not even trying to be funny. Like, man, like you gonna get a lot of people sick with that mentality. Like, people gonna be out here like they usually is. Like, oh, it's just the allergies, man. It's just the allergies right now, for real. People do that, man. Like, people honestly and seriously do that. They'll be coughing around you, sniffling, snaffling, and everything else. It just be like, hey, it is what it is. But build your immune system. We gotta leave it with something positive. Build your immune system. Don't rely on the jab. If you're gonna get the jab, do what you're gonna do. I'm not telling you not to get it or to get it. Me, I'm doing what's best for me and my family. And that I'm not LeBron and y'all. But I feel like me and my family, we gonna look at the facts. We gonna look at the opinions. We gonna look at the other facts, you know what I'm saying, from the doctors who for and against. And right now, the doctors that's for that jab, they just don't got enough good info for me. And it's like they plan ain't working. And then it's like they putting all the vaccinated people together and they spreading it with each other. And then they blaming it on the unvaccinated people, like who didn't get it and either passed or passed through it, or you know what I'm saying? Like me, I had it and I got through it. Like, how could I be blamed for, you know what I'm saying, the spread of it? I ain't even been around people. Like, after I got it, I was in the bed, isolated, and got well. Was even isolated after I got well. Still are basically like still a lot, mostly isolated for real. So it's like it is what it is. Protect your family, protect yourself. Don't be out here wilding. And I think for most of us, we'd be good if our system's good. If you out here eating Popeyes every day, love that chicken from Popeyes, your system probably toe up and you need to fix it. If you just out here eating reckless, fix it, because there's some shit out here. Because it's that cocoa COVID out here, and a lot of people testing negative, but they still sick. So it might be something else out here. So just get your immune system together. Try to stay away from people as much as you can, but don't go complete isolation because that's another thing. We can get cabin fever, and cabin fever can kill us too. You know what I'm saying? Being inside, we not built to be inside all the time. You know what I'm saying? We built to be out in nature, to see nature, to breathe in fresh air, to see trees and grass. We can't be completely isolated, because that's a whole nother way to kill your immune system. So when you do get it, you're gonna be fucked up. So go out and get some sun, get your vitamins, minerals, get some vitamin D3 with K. You know what I'm saying? With K2. Build your shit up. For the people who got significant others, make love to them as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Kiss on them, that boosts your immune system. That ain't just me talking. That's some real science shit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling y'all, mother. So you know what I'm saying, baby. I need my immune system built up. Y'all just know. I love y'all. What up? What up? What up? Ending it with that. So all y'all, peace. Happy Kwanzaa. Today is Kuji Chakalia. Yeah. Yeah. Let's celebrate, man. Celebrate. Let's be self sufficient, man. Do something great today. So that's the only reason why I came on today. I had to get back at it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Self determination. You know what I'm saying? Our principle for the day. Be determined. Let's get it. I'm about to go be self determined to go get me some food. I'm starving. Peace.